Alright, so what we're going to be doing today is working on this area. It's the, if you remember, it's the space station section with the narcissist entity. And the room that I'm currently working on is right here, but we'll go over a little bit of what we got so far. And actually, yeah, well, no, it's really dark in some of the areas because I haven't added the lights yet, so we'll open it first in the editor. One moment. How do, well, you guys might not know, hold on. No, I don't want to add the queue. Okay. There, that'll do. Just threw down some background music. Tell me if that's like too loud or anything. So this window I completed. It's I added in this I actually swiped this from the cavern map DXI thing. It was a like little cargo thing. We got this waiting desk. It's not a desk, it's a freaking bench. Some other stuff that I added. So this room right here. This is. Oh, everything is lit. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll go into game right quick, and I'll show what this area is. Oh, let me pause the music for this because we're gonna be going in game for a moment. Alright. Too much scrolling. Alright, here we go. And I'm good. Can't just heave-ho through that window anymore. Yep. Alright, so the AI mainframe, that's where Narcissus is. It's yeah, that's weird to say like that. There's in this area, there's that what do you call it? The control panel that is gonna be commanding these lasers that are right here. Then you come around the corner, you go through here, and then Hawk made this. It's a blue-colored version of this texture. And then we're gonna be working on this room later once we get out of the game. But I'll show you the 1.0 version of this room real quick too. In its very incomplete state as is. Dang it, I keep typing two eyes. Oh, wrong way. So this is the equivalence in the 1.0 version. There's those lasers. And then here's that panel I was talking about. So you can hack this to get past the lasers outside of the room. Because if you enable these pitch black doors for some reason will release security bots. Oh, God, every time I go to the old one, I forget that. You gotta actually look down and hit that stupid button.
Scanning area.
And then here's the room we're working on right now. Wow, I definitely need to make it bigger. So that was the issue. So I made that room last night, and it definitely needs to be made bigger. There's not gonna be enough room for that. There needs to be a lot of walk space here. And then I think we're gonna remove this. So I mean, this kind of implies that you can merge with the AI, but it's not like vanilla. You can't. One of the objectives is not to merge with the AI. I think it's supposed to be a gag that it's there, because that's what that's supposed to be. I think it kind of looks like it, or it's supposed to be like some kind of inverse constructor thing. I don't know, but I'll figure it out when we start working on the actual body of the AI, because I want to improve it too. Like this, doesn't look very advanced AI-ish. This just kind of looks like decorative industrial. So I'm back to the editor now. So yeah, this is the room that we need to make bigger. And it, while in game, we had some all these little GameSpy icons on the ground. That's kind of how I initially saw that it needs to be bigger, because I think it's 3 per section. Yeah. So yeah, wow, I didn't realize that. Damn. Yeah, it needs to get resized up, like, in every respect. Okay, fun. So I think the width of this room is fine. How about this? Yeah, that's okay. So that's the same thing. Wait, what am I doing? I could just freaking measure it in this. So this is another room that's it's not really designed for combat. It's supposed to just look cool and pretty much show that it's the AI control room. So we'll just keep it the exact same size. I think that's it. Here, we're not saving, so just pull it out. Yeah, that's the room right there. Okay, I think that might have been 1280. Oh, a little smaller. All right, we'll do 1280 though, just for simplicity's. Okay, yeah. So there, 1280. Okay, that should be good. And then the rest of that stuff, I'll still use. Like those pillars, that was the most complex part of this area to make. We'll still keep those. But now all this shit needs to get deleted. Goodbye. grab our new texture. Because you always, I've seen two different methods of doing this back in the day on like DX editing. Sometimes people will just use the default texture to build stuff and then go back and do it later, like apply all the textures that you want. But like, think about it like this: why would you do that and use up so much time that doing it that way when you could just create the default brush with the textures you want and then have it done? You know what I mean? It's just adding much more work onto yourself, having to go back and meticulously find every single surface. Because if you think about it, if you do it that way, you are finding every single surface and reapplying textures even when you have a clear goal in mind. Like, I know these are going to be this wall in here, so just start it like that. Oh wait, I need to move the red brush first. Get that out of the way. And then something that UED does is it has orders of brushes. So like these are here, right? But because I just added that new subtract, it overwrites the pillars. So select that, go to order, and then to last, and that pretty much puts it at the very end of the build order. That way they'll pop in when you rebuild. So actually, well, yes, I'll do it now. So then you build them in, and you'll see them pop in. And there they are. So if you're ever using this and you're having an issue like that, like, oh my god, where'd my freaking thing that I just added go? It might be that. And then we gotta redo these. So that's probably gonna be like, I think. Oh, that needs to be bigger. And then we'll use that that GameSpy texture as our like measurement. Okay, so okay, so that'll be 3 in size. So that's right. And since this is going to be the no, we'll leave it like that. I was debating on actually making this a little bigger. And then, so these little subtracts up here are these subtracts in comparison to the old map. So yes, this has more surfaces and whatnot, so it's technically more complex, but we're going to use this as a vessel for making a little more technological looking stuff rather than just because that's another thing. That's a concrete. That's not a metal. I don't know why they would have concrete ceilings at a space station, but we're going to use that as a spot for like technological stuff and not like circuits and like transformers and stuff like that, but just probably TV screens, wires, pipes, that kind of stuff. Wait, where did it? Oh no, it's still there. And this is vertex editing. For a simple brush like this, you don't really need to use the clip tool. That's more for more complex things. It's the Vandenberg music from Vanilla Deus Ex. Actually, where's Unatco? There we go. There's some badass music. Okay, so now that we did that, we gotta move these out a little more. Sometimes I need to think for a second about what we're working on. Like, hold on, which direction is this? And these are going to be a little smaller than the other one, so we got to redo them. Alright, and then this one we can just copy. I mean, if I did my math right, it should have just... yeah, maybe I did. Alright, cool range. Next. So I was using that as a measurement, but that's not what its default is going to be. Put that back to that. Wait. What? Which one is this? Oh, that's... oh. Wrong one. This one. Alright. Looks very, very bare bones right now. Very, very. But, as we bring... oh, duh. Because I need to rebuild it. Once it starts coming together, it'll start looking a lot more nice. Oh yeah, here I'll do a quick summary of what I did once this is done rebuilding. So I added this room and just some decorative stuff in here like railings. But this area, right, and we're currently working on the Narcissus entity room from 1.0. But this room right here, with the aliens and the storage room, bots, whatnot, that's what this new room is. It's just keeping with some consistency. Because I thought it was like criminal how little the space station textures are used. So adding them in a little more. The new, this is going to be the room with the panel that you use to get past these lasers that are right here. There's the bots right there. And their little cubby holes. Okay. Now we'll redo the floor. Still gonna use that Dang Spy? No, the Game Spy floor for this. Oh. How is this the same size? we're just adding the GameSpy floor in and leaving this this little trim section around the edges. That needs to be ordered to last. That might be too big. No, that's right. And then what we'll do, something that I see people skip a lot and stuff. So we have all that added, right? But now we gotta do an extra step. Select all of them. And do align to floor. First off, to kind of like treat it all as one surface. And then we're gonna scale it down. And it's something that I noticed in the old map that bugged me. Because you're coming into this room from the current north side of the screen, wouldn't the GameSpy things face it? You know what I mean? Then do the size. 3 of them. Yep. Okay. And this one. We do have 3 of them. Okay, so it's alright, so now this is the proper size. That's gonna bug me. I'm fixing this right now. God, this map, it's starting to take forever to rebuild. It's getting huge. So the more complex and huge maps get, the longer this takes. And this might be probably about the same time that it takes to rebuild the previous. Oh, fuck. How is that wrong? Oh, I see. So, I accidentally made this too short. There's 16 on this side, 32 on this side. And it should be 16 along the trims. Damn it. So all these gotta go. We're gonna add new ones. That should be... nope. There we go. Damn it. That was my bad. That should fit. How's it over here? So. Alright. Yes. Okay, that works. Alright, we good now. Now, we can continue. Because I'm a psychopath, I remember I made these some kind of really wonky size so that the top trim would look better. Things like that. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do with the ceilings yet for the texture-wise, so just do that for now. What do I want for up here? So here's something I don't like about this wall texture that's used in the old version. This like would you describe this? This wall. Where's the old one? Doesn't look as like real as this wall. This one looks more believable. This one looks kind of like it was like straight up drawn in MS Paint. Like it has no like metallic texture to it. It's just like flat, I guess you can say. I'm probably gonna shy away from using that texture. So what can I use? Maybe something like this? Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Or even this. Alright, let's leave it like that for now. No scaling, no paint, anything like that, so that I can finish working on the rest of the room. Yeah, that's right. It's the shadows. It doesn't look like there's any like real depth to it. It's just there. Alright, now something else I want to do. It is like this in vanilla. So when you go to Area 51, where the AI command center is, it looks exactly like this. It's just a bunch of flat TV screens on the wall, kind of thing, right? And yeah, actually, I think these are pulled straight from Area 51, actually, the vanilla map. So we're just gonna make that look a little nicer. Don't know how yet. But we'll figure it out. Let's see, maybe something like this. Where's the edge? So something that I'm thinking about right here is, yeah, 99% of the time, the rooms start out as basic squares or rectangles, but like having this little cutout right here, this little alcove, that makes rooms look a little cooler. Instead of this just being like a straight rectangle that goes into this room, added these little trim bits that are popping out. We're just thinking about trying to do more stuff like that, so I'm thinking a little recess alcove here, and put a trim around it, and then put little TV screens in there like that. Yeah, okay. I like that idea. This, and then I'll snag the sole reason to use UET2, the frame tool. We would not do that, that would be bad. I really wish they had a version of the frame tool that had the bottom of it cut off. Because I abuse the shit out of this thing, and I like to make door frames out of it, right? Because I think this is designed to be like window frames, so you would use all the sides. So what I do is I'll add it with like a little bit of the bottom sticking through the floor like that. And then re-intersect it using only the section that I want. So I want a window frame or a door frame that's 160 units high to go along this. Delete the original, add that in, and then rebuild out the template that I was using. And then I'll start modifying the textures. Because something else that can happen when you intersect stuff, I honestly don't know what causes it. So I don't know what causes it, but sometimes the textures will mess up. So it's better if you're intersecting stuff like this, just to be on the safe side. Just to rebuild so that you can see exactly what you're working with. And another thing that I like doing is, so this black part is kind of like the trim of this texture, right? So on the window, I keep saying window because I said it once while I was describing what this brush is. Since I'm working on this frame, I'll use the same type of texture. And then just paint it around so that it fits. Okay. Go back here. Make that look right. Make the floor the same. That way, when we're looking at what we want to do for the next part of this, we have a pretty good picture of the end product. Alright, so good. That frame. Here, let's get the red brush out of there. It's easier to see without it. Oh, yeah, that's kind of an important one too, huh? Make the interior of it match as well. Oh, that's actually, look at me. Hold on. Alright, how does this look on this? Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. Okay, so yeah, see how, so pretty much the idea that I'm getting at is, so you have that frame along the very bottom, right? And now also the frame differentiating the section there is also the same exact texture, so it fits the aesthetic perfectly because it literally is the same wall. You know what I mean? I'll show you a good example of that. What map can I show that off on? Probably here. I have door frames in here somewhere. So this is a World Corp, right? So these. So the aesthetic for New World Corp floor 1 is this dark wood and the tan bricks, right? So the door frame there and this railing is literally the exact same texture. Because a lot of times what people will do is just make like frames like this, just a solid wood texture. And there's no like depth to it. Like say it fits the bill, right? It works. 99% of the time it works. But that's just not how I prefer to do it. You can see some depth in this texture, and it actually looks like a specifically designed molding that you see like in your house. And then let's another example. I'll check out downtown. There's a lot of door frames and shit in here. So here's an example of just using the basic wood. So that wood looks kind of similar to the framing on this wall texture. So, like I said, it fits the bill sometimes. And the palette in this room, it's fine. Did it? So where specifically did it have FPS problems in the temple? I'm curious now. So here's the original. So like out here. Okay, yeah, so right here. Okay. Damn, that's sad. So Alright, so knowing that, I probably know exactly why. One, the fog lighting in DX sucks. It's very system intensive, even on modern computers. So what's going on here is it's that old adage I used to have of put a million surfaces in a map because that's how you show that you're good at mapping. I bet this light right here, I bet that killed FPS because ray tracing is hitting every single one of these surfaces. And that's what tanks your computer. This has a lot of surfaces and a lot of unnecessary surfaces at that. And then that light is used multiple times. This, I believe, yes, these this and this is smaller than the frame, so it generates another multitude of surfaces. God damn, even that's separate. Okay. Shit ton of doors. Now in the new one, it's more economical with surfaces. So yes, there's all these little like spa-looking seats and stuff. These are simpler. I can guarantee there's a lot less surfaces here, even though it looks a little more complex. Because like those lights alone, I didn't try and add a shit ton of like curves, a bunch more of little like frame pieces. And that's another problem, like, when you're making very tiny brushes, like on those lamps, it's really hard for the ray tracing to light them up properly. So that's why you had pitch black surfaces on the lamp on the lamp that's generating light in the area. Because Unreal doesn't have surface lighting, and that generates light itself, like Source does. Source has both. You can have light entities like this, but also the ability to make light generate off of this specific surface. I'd like that because surface lighting is dope. It really helps. But it was not meant to be for old Unreal. God damn, where's this brush? Okay. So I want to put a big ass light in this. Oh, it's gonna fuck up the... Yep. So now that I clipped that brush, see, I cut off the edge of this rectangle because I want to put a different texture on there, like a big ass light. It'll mess up all the textures once I rebuild that change in. Oh, it didn't. Nice. Oh, I think that's only if you clip multiple times, like if I clip multiple surfaces off of that. Or it might finish rebuilding and mess it up, like I said. Nice. Okay. I'm glad it made a liar out of me on that one. So when you're, something that's kind of annoying, when you're working with slanted surfaces like this, the scaling isn't as simple as you'd like it to be. Like if that was a flat surface of 16 units high, it would just be 0.25 to match on correctly. But when it slants, it changes things a little bit. So sometimes it's good to it's better to just eyeball it. 0.35, that's how it works on there. Perfect. And now we're going to add all the TV screens and little workstations in there. And then like here's the thing, whoever made this room clearly wanted it to look like the Area 51 area, which is fine. I mean, shoot, I'm doing it too. This section right here is supposed to look like a scaled down version of the entrance to the AI labs on Area 51. It's in Area 51, it's got these two big lobby areas for the AI lab, and it's that way so that you have to fight MJ-12 troops that attack you. It's supposed to show that the AI is helping you now because you agreed to help him, kind of thing. That's where the bots pop out and kill the commandos. But we don't have anything like that, so we don't need it to be as large. So I'm just going to keep it like this. The only thing I got to add here is, well, fix the ceiling, of course, that's not textured properly. And then put a light strip right here, and then it'll look a lot like the vanilla one. So I have vanilla editor on here, I believe. What did I call it? Doggone it. Whoever wrote that last message in the TNM public chat, say it in stream, because I don't want to open Discord on here. Alright, so now we have spoilers for DX, but this is or at least I thought it was. Uh-oh. Might have crashed it. Are all my other ones okay? Yeah. Are we surprised? I don't think any of us are surprised at all that the Unreal Editor crashed. Where is it? There it is, final. Alright, so I shall keep the the 3D view as is, so we don't kill it again. Yeah, see? So there's those little computers. Oh yeah. Okay, so they added a red strip to it. Cool. Oh no, I see. I see what they did. Okay. So here's what I'm talking about in the Aquinas hub. You come in and there's this lobby right here, right? And this is where the bots are. Then you come down and there's these two staircases. I did the same thing, just smaller scale. And then that's the light strip that I'm talking about that I have to add. Yeah, that's fine. Since it's live, you just pop it right back up. The only thing that you missed was Unreal Editor crashing as expected. Okay. I'm just trying to think how I want these computers to look now. Do I want them recessed into the walls, like the original one? Or do I want them kind of sticking out, like they're their own independent machines that weren't built? Well, no, it's a space station, so everything would be kind of built in together. I'm just envisioning something right now. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing. I think I got a good idea. Oh, okay. So here, actually, I can answer that question visually. So, this right here that you're looking at, this is the list of all the maps. You see how they have these numbers in front of each of them? So how DX works is it has a mission number for scripting and whatnot. So mission 20, that's all the levels at the beginning of the game. Our missions start on 20 because vanilla uses up to like 15 or something, and the general consensus for modding is to give a big gap for between your maps and vanilla just in case. But so mission 20 is technically day 1. That's all these maps right here up to weapon shop. So 20 despot down to 20 weapon shop, that's included in mission 20 patch. And then all these missions right here, mission 21 DXI ruins, that's included in mission 21. But I think for I think we just kind of scaled that down a bit, and I think 21 and 23 were released together because mission 20 and 22 has a lot of the same maps. And then the mission 22 patch is all the stuff on the technically second day after you're knocked out in mission 21. And then mission 23 was just recently released. And finally we're working on mission 24 right now, which is the space station, the final map. So it's essentially divided up into the mission scripting. It's kind of a technical aspect now that I realize it, because the layman isn't going to know that scripting is divided into mission numbers like that. Alright, so... yeah, no problem. Yeah, explaining it out loud like that just made me realize, oh shit, that was kind of a dumb thing. So I definitely understand your confusion. Alright, next step. Probably what I'll do. So I'm making another frame. So another thing that I like to do is it's very cyberpunky and technological to have big ass like strips of lighting, you know, like the neon lights and whatnot. I like doing that in maps. It makes stuff really look cool and pop. So I think what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna put a basic frame, add some technological looking doodad type texture behind the frame. Ooh, that was a stroke. So this texture, this right here, I love this texture. I want to add a technical look to something I'm working on. Why not just a basic texture with freaking circuits and wires and shit on it? Very easy fix. Yeah, I'm liking how that's looking. Actually, you know what? Just to break it up a little bit, we're gonna use this texture. Yeah, I like that. And then, so see how this texture has that... You might have to squint for this one. It has that dark trim along the outer edge and this light trim on the inside. So, God, I feel like I'm just talking about things that no one else will ever think of and no one else will ever notice. But since we're gonna have computer screens here and lights, it makes sense that the dark trim is on the outside of this texture because there's gonna be light originating from within. Yeah, I'm sure everyone else has just heard that and is like, I mean, yeah, okay. I've made the joke multiple times. All this, like, intricate little stuff that I think about for maps, 99% of people will not realize. Like, I can think of, like, maybe 2 or 3 other people that I know in the community that are actually level designers. They might notice that kind of thing, but no one else will. It's like, why bother? And then here's what I'm talking about with the light strip to make it look fancy pants. Actually, I think it's this way. Yes, okay. So pretty much what I'm trying to do here is scale it up slightly so that the black sections between these lights are not present. So that the black sections of the light has a 0 presence on the texture. There we go. Oh, that one's wrong. Pan it out. There we go. Alright, so that looks pretty sick. And then we're just gonna add computer screens in here. Oh, that's ugly. Hello, testicles, Tom. Awesome. I like it. Alrighty. Now we're gonna go for... Oh yeah, I also noticed something weird about this texture. So see how this is highlighted, but it's also highlighted over here? Why the fuck is that? So normally for my long streams on weekends, I do actual playthrough, and I'm playing through the PDX storyline. But right now, it's shorter. This is gonna be like 3 hours or so. I'm just talking about the level design aspect of what we're doing for 2.0. So yeah, right now we're working on the final level of, well, final levels of TNM, since all we have left is mission patch 24. So we're just talking about that as I work on it. I'm explaining my methods behind certain things and just like brainstorming ideas. And if people have an idea to make a room cooler, I usually will talk about that, add it in if it's something sweet, that kind of stuff. Well, we have the whole game updated up until Space Station, so all that is out right now. And then this I probably can't gauge when this is gonna come out yet. Only because I'm only now starting the first map, because there's a total of 4. I should be able to, once I get established and get going, it shouldn't be that long. I foresee only the map with all the generators and shit in it giving me an issue. Everything else has been going pretty quick, so hopefully soon. Probably a good spitball December, I don't know. Do I want to do this? Okay, I know what I'm going to do. We'll keep them in sections. So it kind of looks like each little workstation has 2 consoles, or 2 screens to look at. Yep, that ain't right. Yeah, I did. What would you... So if you go on that alpha archive, you know, where all the maps are, all the DX files are, DXMP Deep Blue is on there, I think. It's... Actually, I'll open it right now. I think I have it on this editor. Let's see. Oh, I made this one too. So this map, I don't know if y'all... Please don't die. Thank you. So, Alien vs. Predator 2. This is pretty much one of their maps recreated. I made this one pretty early when I first started making maps. Bunch of nifty stuff in here. The only issue with this map is it's very, like, enclosed. And DXMP, you need a lot of space for players to roam around in. A lot of open areas to fight each other and whatnot. Like, look at these hallways. Like, goddamn. That's 48 units. That's... A player can barely fit through that. The one that I... more so known for probably is Deep Blue. Oh wait, that's an attempt at a remake. Never mind on that one. Oh, I guess it would be classic. Yeah, this is a big bitch, but it suffers from the same mentality. It's way too close quarters. Way too small for players to be fighting in. It's more so... I'd say even back in the day, I wanted to make only single-player content, and it kind of reflects in my maps. Like, this looks more like a single-player type of level. I think this right here is the biggest room. Yeah, man, you're right, man. People made some weird shit back then. I got an example of weird shit on here. Oh boy. I apologize that we launched this lunatic onto the world. I'll explain when I open the map. Is this? No, I don't. Actually, I think this was an attempt at a, like, actually functional map. Never mind. Berg. Maybe I deleted it. So, do you recognize the name Jazz? Yeah, here we go. I apologize for creating this man. He made some goofy maps, my dude. So I think he saw the party line maps and he tried to recreate it, but he didn't know how to make like support packages and stuff. So it just kind of turned into like this like player trap kind of stuff where he would put you in these jail cells or like put you in all this other shit. Yeah, I think all of Jazz's maps were pretty much attempts at making funline maps, but they weren't as good because he was still a brand new mapper and he was in that NSF clan that I was in, and me and Phil on the DXHQ Discord. We were both there as well, and we tried to like teach this dude how to make maps and stuff, but then he just kind of like went off the rails and started making his own weird stuff. So you may notice that these computer screens that I'm working on right now, they're kind of hovering, but here's the thing. It's fine because hold on, let me just make sure this is correct. Okay, one more over. So these screens, the way that they're tilted, you're never gonna get your view behind those computer TVs or computer screens. So they're tilted to look cool, but you're never gonna see like their supports. So it's whatever. Oh, that one's inside the wall. Damn it. Move this out. There we go. Oh, that one's in the wall too. God doggone it. There we go. Oh yeah, I can see it on the 3D view now. The very bottom edge is clipping into the wall. There it is. Fixed. Alrighty. Now, just to make it more visually appealing, change up these textures a little bit, and just put some random freaking screen on there. We got that one, so let's use this one. Yes. Okay. There. Make all this fully bright since it's a light. And then same thing with computer screens. Oh, there we are on lit. Duh. I already did that. Alrighty, so we got this. Here's the original look. We gotta add in some nifty little computer thingies, little workstations. I don't want to use that vanilla asset though. I think you can even like climb up this on accident. Yeah. So in our old stuff folder, this is all the originals. Let's see. So I'm Zero Presence, and I made this. I didn't make corporate. I made downtown. Did not make slums. Did not make Goat City. Made the Llama Temple. Made all the old server complex maps. Party Zone. Souls Bar. All the World Corps. Did I make Weapon Shop? No, I didn't make the original Weapon Shop. I did all of DXI. FC, the slum sewers. I did corp sewers. I did not. Did all of ABI. Okay, and then Space Station. I was Space Station on the old map. I was slightly involved in. And what I mean by that is they used a lot of my prefabs. So like even down like I remember these pipes I made. And they just copied them around. This is a computer device thing from old World Corp. That table is from World Corp. I don't know how I remember this so quickly either. These, they retextured them, but they're from the old server complex map on the 4th level. Let's see. Tables and decorative stuff are all. There's a lot of World Corp assets in old Space Station essentially, and then there's vanilla assets used as well. Ooh, it's still rotated. Let's fix that. Let's increase the grid so it's easier to manipulate all this stuff. Now our stream numbers right now show that I'm not a minor celebrity. Oh, doggone it. I remember I scaled this. So now I gotta... We'll save that to the end. I'll realign the entire floor. Because I know I panned this around to make it look better. Okay, now we need some kind of computer setup. So now what I'm thinking now, I had this idea of, so the bottom of the frame right there, right? It would be kind of cool to put like a solid table that's connected to that. And yeah, the whole reason that 2.0 started was just me doing a playthrough of T&M a couple years ago. And I was like, man, I know so much more about level design. I could probably make these maps so much better. And originally it was only going to be my maps because I only wanted to change my stuff and leave everything else the same. But then it turned into this situation where maps that were remade would look so different from maps that other mappers made back in the day. So it was this big disconnect, you know what I mean? And it would look weird. Like, the new downtown was such a big difference from the rest of the game. And then other team members joined up and turned into this whole big remake. About that. No. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do now. Visualizing the red brush like that. Oh, red brush is the build brush. It's this thing right here. It gave me a good idea. Man, yeah, I've seen that once or twice, and that's genuinely weird, bro. How does that even happen? How are people playing mods without playing the original? Let's use this. We're gonna clip this a little bit, give it a little more flair. Yeah, no one else from original is working on it. We started with, I'd say, 3 or 4 extra people that volunteered, and now we're down to me and Hockeyberg in the chat right now. He's so it's down to pretty much me and him. We started out with someone that was pretty good at working on textures and whatnot. We had some dedicated testers. That's an issue that we've run into, though. Speaking of testers, so it's just me and him testing, right? So we have a very designer outlook when we're playing the game. So we both look for very specific things based on our skill set. Since we lost our dedicated testers, it's real easy for us to miss stuff, and it sucks. God, this rebuild time is getting rough. Real rough. And the reason I did this is I wanted to put like